What's up, everybody? Welcome to Stupid Movies, where we watch stupid movies so you don't have to. My name is DJ, and as always, I'm joined by my sister, Denise.
What's up?
And our friend, Dan.
What's going on?
And this week, we're going to be talking about 2015's, which, oh God, that makes me feel super old because this seems like a newer movie.
It was 2015?
2015. 2015's Jurassic World. So this is the first of the sequel quadrilogy. Well, how many movies is it?
It was three Jurassic Worlds.
We're going on 4.
It's 4 coming out now. So sequel trilogy, and then the 4th one's coming out this
July.
July.
Coming out in July.
Starring Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. And isn't Mahershala Ali in it?
Is he?
I think.
I'm going to watch it. I feel like it's going to be bad, but whatever.
It's going to suck so much. But at this point, I guess I dedicated myself to watching these bad
What's the story
movies.
now?
I don't know.
They're in the jungle. They're
back on the island because we solved the world dinosaur problem because they can't live in the world, which is why, there are no dinosaurs now. It's not just the meteor, which did kill them.
Right.
But, the climate's not good for dinosaurs.
It's not.
No.
I thought they figured it out. And now, okay.
I don't know. I think they're looking for the dinosaurs they need something for medicine or something.
Oh, they're making medicine. Oh, yeah, I think I did see that trailer.
Yeah, and he is in it.
Okay, Mahershala Ali. I mean, good actor, so
like
we'll see what they
Mahershala
do
Ali.
with it. Maybe they can turn things around.
I hope they don't ruin him.
They're not going to.
Don't ruin them. Well, they can't be any worse than what we just had, so...
Yeah,
there's only up from here.
Yeah, those last two Jurassic World movies, they are...
Yeah, we're pretty whack. Especially Fallen Kingdom. Oh my gosh.
That was the latest one, right?
No, Dominion.
Dominion was the latest one.
Dominion was worse than Fallen Kingdom.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Fallen Kingdom was when they first introduced Clone Girl that we were supposed to be sad for the dinosaurs because they were clones.
And so was she.
So she released them out into the world.
Then they invented that weird dinosaur they was bidding on.
Indoraptor?
Yeah.
Oh, the Indoraptor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
That freaking monstrosity of it. Whatever.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Oh, yeah. So Fallen Kingdom was the Indoraptor, and then Dominion
was about the locusts.
Yeah, the locusts were eating all
I
the
don't
stuff
know,
and
man. I don't know if I can say, because, it wasn't even about dinosaurs.
Dominion is worse. Fallen Kingdom was awful. We did that. I'm going to re-listen to it just to decide how awful I thought it was.
But I definitely don't want to watch it again.
Oh, no. I have no desire to watch any of these trilogies ever again.
Okay.
The original
Jurassic
trilogy.
World.
I could watch the original trilogy again.
Oh, Jurassic Park. Well, Jurassic Park 3 is not good either.
It's not good, but compared to these 3, I feel like it's not good, but I can still be entertained.
Yeah, Jurassic Park 3, I think it was entertaining.
Yeah, it's entertaining. It's not a good movie, but it's entertaining.
I think Jurassic World is better than Jurassic Park 3.
Oh. I don't know.
It's not better than 1 and 2. And 2, we noted was a bad movie, but entertaining.
It's entertaining, so therefore...
Yes.
It doesn't
Jurassic Park 2.
I was saying, I like Lost World.
Oh, yeah, Lost World,
the movie is stupid, but I like it.
But we said it was entertaining,
most of it's kind of stupid.
Which is why I still rank it better than Jurassic World. But 3, I can't put, come on, watch these 2 movies next to each other. No.
We'll see. Jurassic 3 is still on the list. It just wasn't on anything. That's why it got skipped. It's on the list.
Yeah, dude, I want to watch Jurassic Park 3.
I feel
with the Nokia ringtone.
That was
when the dinosaur swallowed it and it was ringing.
That's classic because I feel like 3 has some really good scenes in it.
This has some good scenes in it.
With Jurassic World,
3 got better scenes than Jurassic. Like the river scene in 3, dope. Mm-hmm. The bird scene when it's stepping on the aviator through the fog.
Yeah, that was real good. Mm-hmm. Through the fog, that was a good scene.
None of the Jurassic Worlds has anything like that.
Okay.
True.
You don't have that. Well, let's jump into Jurassic World and we can break this movie down a little bit. All right. It's starring Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. Mm-hmm. And Vincent D'Onofrio. I was like, oh man, I can't not see him as Kingpin.
I know. I kept calling him Wilson the whole time. Yeah. Well, look here, Wilson.
And then Ty Sheridan is in here. He was the little kid from Iron Man 3.
Oh, okay. I did not catch that.
Why'd you remember his name?
Amazon had his name up when I.
Oh.
Hey, you know who they had on the cast list?
What?
Jimmy Fallon.
Oh yeah, he was in
They
it.
had him up there, but I mean, it's like, okay, he's just on the little.
Hey, when you famous, you get credits.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Sure.
guess so. Because when I saw it, I'm like, Jimmy Fallon's in this movie. Then I saw the. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That was funny though.
Good enough. It was funny. Like, is this real? It is. I think Jimmy Fallon's funny.
You know what? I think there was a scene not up to the par of the bird on the rafters, but there was one similar when they were hunting the Indominus and it was camouflaged, and then it just like started to walk out.
Out of the tree. Oh yeah.
I was like, yo, that was
that was pretty hard.
that was pretty dope.
None of these scenes really do it for me.
None of them.
Not zero.
I think that was pretty solid. Like when like he saw the little piece because it cut the little tracker out of his back,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then the blood started dripping from the tree. He looked up, and then it was what else happened?
Well, you looked up, there was nothing there. He
nothing
saw
there,
the blood
but-
on the leaves and stuff, and
Mhm.
then like it started to walk out.
Yeah, and then the tree.
And then, like, all of a sudden, you
gradually-
start seeing it come
Yeah.
out of it, which
I thought that
pretty
was
slick.
pretty cool.
Yeah. No, okay, she's not for it.
not
Denise
with
is
it.
not for it.
I'm
Not
with
even
it.
when the rappers was hunting it.
No.
You ain't like that either.
Well, why is there a clear path through the jungle?
A clear bath.
I mean, he's on a motorcycle. There's no sticks, no leaves, no trees in
Oh,
this
'cause
dude's
it-
way.
okay, all right,
Well,
we're
they-
going a little
they
bit too
have
extra.
to.
It's a movie.
There's a lot of whys here. Like why don't you have any immediate response for when the in case the Indominus escapes? Why you have to wait for a team to get there with
Yeah.
non-lethals?
Well, I mean,
They should be there already.
Yeah, they should already be.
I have a whole list of why they didn't do things.
I mean, because if we're
I got some nitpicks about
Yeah,
this.
there's a lot of whys.
if we're going with why, my first impression at the beginning of watching this entire movie was this movie is pointless because their argument for making genetically abominations like the Indominus Rex is that people are used to dinosaurs and they're bored with it.
Which doesn't make any sense.
And I'm like, no, people are bored with dinosaurs now, and it's just bones in a museum. And people
Right.
are still like, yeah, dinosaurs,
Yeah.
and going to them to museums. And then they kept saying, like, we need to make sure people are there. That park was packed.
Yeah,
yes,
completely packed.
yes, that is like my number one. Like, it doesn't make any sense. First of all, the park is only 10 years old.
Yeah.
No one's getting bored with a dinosaur park in 10 years.
Even
Yeah.
Chris
It
Pratt
just-
said, "Hey, you got dinosaurs. Wow enough.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you don't have to
Dinosaurs
make
wow enough.
anything
Yeah, you know,
else.
it's like it doesn't make any sense. Like, people aren't bored with zoos and safaris,
right."
Right.
So
right? And then even if someone who gets older, like what was the oldest boy named Zach or whatever, like, okay, let's say if he doesn't care anymore, there's always going to be a kid after him who does care.
Yes.
And
And,
then when
kids
they-
love dinosaurs.
And when they age out, then there'll be another kid. And then it's like,
it's a recurring.
no
And-
one's tired of Disney World.
yeah.
Why would I be tired of Jurassic World?
Right.
And then you made this monster dinosaur is going to attract people, but they're not going to see it do monster things. So then how would that any different than a T-Rex or Raptor you have on stage?
It won't be.
It wouldn't
Plus, yeah, why would you make this thing?
Yeah.
Was the point. And I get that the owner didn't know. Like, he just said, make me a scary dinosaur. So
Mm.
the real bad guys are the scientists. Like, they are. I mean, the owner he wasn't as much of a bad guy as Hammond was.
No, he was just clueless, and you can't be.
Yeah, I think he was just oblivious.
Yeah, I think the problem is that the park was so successful, they all sort of became complacent. Like we talked about, like, why don't you have things on hand? Like, hey, what we do is something goes wrong with this giant dinosaur we just created that we don't understand.
Mhm.
And they didn't have a plan in place because it's like everything's been going so well. So then you just go through the motions.
Mhm.
Yeah. But hey, I think there's an underlying story here, right? You know how we mentioned that like it was unnecessary for them to have this new dinosaur in the park and stuff because people would still just be interested in just dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a story for the studio. Because we mentioned how much worse Jurassic World trilogy is than the original Jurassic Park trilogy. And because people wouldn't have been bored with movies just about dinosaurs, you didn't need to come up with an Indominus Rex or an Indoraptor, I guess it was called, or genetically modified locust.
Yeah.
You didn't need that. You could have just put a T-Rex on the screen and everybody would have cheered.
I I think you're spot on. Like I saw this YouTube video and it was saying that in the Jurassic World, it's like, oh, how 2 or 3 scenes of dinosaurs attacking people and people are happy, and it's like, oh, that's all we needed, great. But the thing is, like, it's not as good as the first 3. Or let's say the first 2. The third one, no. But it's not as good as the original trilogy because those were like stories built behind it, the characters you can get behind. Here, these movies feels like throw dinosaurs on the screen, they're gonna cause some havoc, chaos for a little bit. Do that every 20 minutes or so, and everyone's happy. And these movies has made a ton of money, all while we're saying they weren't good.
Yeah,
but they made a ton of money.
They did make a ton of money.
True.
Going to the beginning of this movie, I will say, now they didn't overplay the Jurassic Park theme throughout the movie, but in the beginning of the movie, they tried. They played the Jurassic Park theme and stuff. It all swelled up, and they weren't showing anything. They did it twice, and I was like, "That there was no scene, though." Yeah. I don't know.
I agreed. I think, to me, the music wasn't played at the right. Like the music in the first one is played like where it captures that all for both the characters and the audience.
Right. He looks up. He sees. I'm just gonna say Brontosaurus. I may be wrong or whatever.
Ooh.
Brachiosaurus.
Was it a Brachiosaurus?
Yes.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Come on, man.
It was one of the ones that have a long neck, okay?
I started to ask before we started. We all had our dinosaurs' names
I
down.
definitely do not. I know the ankylosaur.
Okay.
Is that the one with the club?
Yeah, the club tail, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know that because of Digimon.
Wow.
Wait, which one was that?
Season 2 had Ankylomon.
Ankylomon, oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Wow.
What?
Okay. Hey,
I wasn't super into dinosaurs as a kid.
Neither was I. I don't know anything. I know the T-Rex and the Raptor. That's it.
And I know they weren't alive at the same time, evidently.
Didn't even know that.
Yeah.
What, the T-Rex and the Raptor?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was not a dinosaur kid. We had dinosaur toys.
I could be wrong about that, but
I like dinosaurs.
They were saying a lot of the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, like they weren't alive at the same time.
I think they were from the Cretaceous period, anyways.
Most of them were from Cretaceous, yeah.
Cretaceous. It's the only term I know.
There's 3, right?
There's another one.
I don't know what the name of it is.
I don't either.
Okay.
And does that just have to do with dinosaurs, or is it just like early Earth?
I think it's early Earth.
Cambrian period.
Yeah, it's like
that was like the first.
It's like
one.
early Earth, but I think the dinosaurs was in 3 of those periods.
Yeah.
I don't know. Your kid will learn about it sooner than he'll tell me.
Yeah, whenever he goes to a biology class, I guess.
No, we learned about it before biology.
Did we?
I don't know. Biology was.
It's not necessary for my life, so I guess it's fine.
And look, I know you learned it in school, in some grade before you get to high school.
It's in the back of my mind. I've watched some YouTube videos on it.
Maybe I'll watch Camp
Cretaceous?
Yeah.
Is that the Jurassic Park cartoon?
It's actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, the Jurassic Park cartoon actually is pretty good.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm. I haven't checked it out.
Maybe you should check it out.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got this park. It's up and running. All right, we talked about how it is unnecessary to make some special attraction for the dinosaurs. Special attraction.
Yeah.
It's just really pointless. And Bryce Dallas Howard is a horrible person.
Yes. Yeah, I'm like.
She is a horrible person.
She's the bad guy, right? Like.
I mean, I guess she has a character arc. She changes.
It did change. Like, but when they was, well, I guess we'll get to it.
But there's no redeeming. You got a lot of people killed. I don't care how much you changed your mind.
That was a group effort.
I'm not.
Them getting a lot of people killed. That was a group effort.
We're not cool.
Chris Pratt was that one character that no one ever listens to that you probably should have listened to. Mm-hmm. And I don't have to say, he had a good point. He's like, and it was true throughout this movie, everybody's acting like these aren't animals.
Yeah.
And he's like, they're animals, you know? You gotta treat them like animals. And I feel like there are definitely places like that. That's for real. Now, zoos and stuff, now, obviously, there are zookeepers that love animals and they take care of them. Mm-hmm. But
I think, like, the best zoos succeed when people really care about the welfare of the animal.
Yeah.
And I think in this park, unlike what the first one was, it wasn't a passion project for them. No one really cared. These were products that they were put on sale for people, right? She didn't know the names of the dinosaurs, right? It was just, how much money did we make today? And that's all she cared about. So they weren't animals to her. She didn't really care about their well-being.
Yeah,
And it showed in how everything went down.
absolutely. Yeah. So he pointed it out. He had to point that out to Vincent D'Onofrio's character as well, who wants to use them in war. First of all, that's a horrible idea, and it's not unheard of because the army has looked at using different animals and stuff in war.
It's a horrible idea because it's stupid and it's a plot point that we didn't need this in this movie.
No.
And then I forgot that it was introduced in this movie because they doubled down on it on the other two films.
Yeah, that's where it went for the other two films.
And it was stupider there. And I'm like, we're just going to keep on with this dumb story beat.
Well, you can't open another park. After the
Well,
first two, it's kind of like, yeah.
I mean, at this point, there is no park to stop.
Yeah, it's like, please
I think he hinted at that though, Vincent D'Onofrio, like this company has to have a future. So that was the direction.
It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense.
It's engine though. Have they ever really been like throughout any of the movies? Have they really ever been?
No. What made sense was, hey, what if we made dinosaurs? You know why I said that makes sense? Because people are doing stupid stuff like that by trying to make a woolly mammoth. So
you can't.
Who wants to?
They can't.
They made a woolly mouth.
Okay, but they can't actually make a wool. Oh well, they didn't actually make dinosaurs, did they?
No.
Oh, never mind.
It's gonna be close.
I take it back.
It's right. It's gonna be some version of a mammoth. But my thing is, did we not learn from Jurassic Park? Apparently, we did not.
Why do we need that? Like, I wouldn't go see no woolly mammoth.
You know,
not on my list of things to do.
It was, I don't know who it was, but we had to like tell them, it's like, hey, you know, woolly mammoth and people lived at the same time. There were people over there. So they recently went extinct.
The point is, yes, like people do stupid stuff, like, you know, maybe we shouldn't experiment with animals and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I think using them as weapons is just dumb and pointless, and it was a plot we didn't need in this movie.
Why? I can't imagine. You're like, shooting a person is bad enough, but then you're like, yeah, let's release a raptor on them.
But that's dumb though, because I felt like I'm just gonna shoot it with a rocket launcher or something.
Maybe eventually, I don't know,
like, don't we have dogs for that?
Yeah, they do use dogs.
They
for
use
a lot of
dogs.
things.
Yeah, that's true.
So why do we need a raptor who, you know, very well will turn on me?
Yeah, and
it's like using tigers for
that
this.
That scene, which I think was a good. At least a good way that they portrayed Chris Pratt's character was that he did have a respect for the animals, and he never like was overconfident about his ability to work with them. Like, obviously they saw him as part of the pack, sort of, but he was also human. So,
well, I think he knew very well that they're only loyal for so long that eventually they can and probably will turn on him.
Yeah. So, like the beginning scene where old stupid dude fell into the raptor pen. Yeah. But loose pig, I'm not about to catch that. Let the raptors eat it.
Loose pig? So what? That's dinner. Who cares?
Yeah, they'll catch it and move on.
Yeah. Like, well, with a pig down.
Yeah, like, why are we... That pig is someone's dinner regardless. We'll let them eat it.
Right, whether it be bacon or it be
like,
just a pig for the
someone's going to eat that pig later on, so...
Yeah. Right, why are we going to save this thing?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, so, like, Vincent D'Onofrio's character sees that entire scene and he goes, yeah, this can work. I was like, my dude, did you not just see them, like, okay, Chris Pratt was able to stop them, right? Save the guy. And, you know, like, they were kind of contemplating with themselves, should we eat him or not? But, like, did you not see them lunge after him when he jumped through the door?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that does not show loyalty. He's not in control.
Well, I mean, these are still wild animals. And then just like we see all these cases where people have domesticated wild animals. Yeah. And tigers at some point, that animal turns on them and everyone's like, I don't know why. They've been with me for 10 years. They're wild animals.
They're wild animals.
And you never know what's going to be their tipping point where they say, you know what? My dinner been sitting here this entire time.
Yeah. Like when people try to raise a wolf puppy and, you know, keep it in the house. It's a wolf. It's wolf. Different from a dog.
They are very
cute.
It's
a wolf. When they're puppies.
They're very cute
and
puppies.
Then they get big and their paws are bigger than a human hand. No.
Have you seen how big a wolf is?
Yeah, no, I don't. No, thank you.
But like, no, you can't domesticate that. Like they're mentally, they're always going to be wild animals.
like eventually.
I mean, I guess they've been domesticated, but
Yeah, they're dogs.
But there's a version of them
Yeah.
that has been domesticated.
Yeah.
But these wild wolves, no, you ain't gonna go out there get a wolf from the wild
And then it'd just be a dog. No,
it's not gonna happen.
I used to watch the show like Fatal Attraction on the Animal Planet,
Mhm.
and it's about all these people with domesticated animals that basically turn on them. I don't know why I was watching the show, but
You do. Well, go ahead.
but the thing is like eventually it's going to end bad for you. Like, so you're not gonna be like, oh, we can train these raptors, and you got to think about like they was raptors who basically grew up with Pratt, which is why he was able to basically, they said like he was the alpha, he's the leader of the pack.
Yeah.
That's because they knew him, they socialized with him. Yeah, how are you gonna do that in an army full of raptors?
Yeah, like why wouldn't I just eat you?
Yeah.
Next to me, I don't know you.
Yeah, which is dumb. It just, the whole concept of it is just stupid.
Especially when you're talking about a predator, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're not talking about like your golden retriever who are no longer predators. Like our dogs that we have, they're not predators anymore, right? They get fed by us.
Right.
I mean, were they predators? Yes. Can they be predators? Yes, but not really. But like the raptors are predators. They're looking for food and they are going to get it, right? You can't do that. The same thing we were talking about with the wild animals. You were saying like tigers and stuff. Like no, like, it's a predator. Eventually, if it gets hungry enough, it's gonna be like, well,
even if it's not even hungry. I mean, you think of like, what is it, Siegfried and Roy? They had that tiger for 30 years or something.
Yeah.
And then one day it turned on them.
But this is what I like about the first Jurassic Park, when they had the the scientists going into the park and testing out the park and this, that, and the other, and they was bringing up all these points that were, valid points.
Yeah.
Now, I think it was Alan Grant that said when they was looking at the T-Rex or something, and they pulled that goat up, and then he was like, this thing doesn't want to be fed, it wants to hunt.
Yeah.
And it's like, instinctively, predators want to hunt.
Yeah.
They don't want you to bring their food to them.
Exactly.
They instinctively want to hunt.
Yeah, it wants to do, which is what I go back to my zoo theory. Y'all laughed at me, but I think they should let the lions hunt.
Not the other zoo animals.
I didn't say let them hunt the other zoo animals.
Oh, I'm about to say that was your idea?
No, why would you let them hunt the other zoo animals?
So what? All right, I got it. So you put a bunch of like beef and hang it off a fake looking deer thing and let them chase it down.
I was saying give them deer. We have too many deer.
That's true. We do have too many deer.
We do have a lot of deer.
So,
Then we gotta catch the deer.
We already
They're pretty easy
catching
to
them.
catch.
We're already catching
Yeah,
the
they done
deer.
caught them and put tags on them. So
Yeah. So
So just put them in the lion enclosure and let them hunt them down.
Yes.
But then we gotta clean up.
But then the lions get to be lions.
That's true. That's true.
So,
All right. So we talked about how they were dumb with the Raptors. Let's talk about how they were dumb with the Indominus Rex.
Yep.
It was really stupid with
Point number one,
Mm-hmm.
you came in there and saw the glass was broken, and then you were like, yeah, this is still a good idea for us to go ahead, and we're not going to replace this glass?
Yeah, like, why are we not concerned by this? First of all, if I have an animal that can break the glass, then I need stronger glass, and I need to do something about
Like,
this animal.
if I'm at a zoo and a gorilla punches the glass and it breaks,
like,
I'm leaving.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
A few more punches and that gorilla's out.
Yeah.
But initially, they're looking into this thing and they're trying to feed it, and it's not there.
Oh, that part.
It's not there. So they're like, oh no, where is it at? We got to go find it. So they go looking for it, but they decide to go into the enclosure before they find out exactly where this thing is.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, she was going to look for the tracker. Just wait. Just wait until she has the tracker.
But here's my problem with this. With all of your, like, why do I need to go all the way back to the control room to find out where this animal is?
Yeah.
Like, why don't you
That's the
have
other thing.
that?
Why don't you have something right on you?
It
Like,
should
all right,
be
hey.
on your tablet right there in front of you.
Yeah,
Right.
she had to drive to the control room.
Yeah.
Right.
Then your phone don't work in that room. Why did you have to drive? Then you call the guy on the phone. Where's this thing at? I'd have been in the control room, or whatever they were at the paddock,
And call the
and
control
call
room.
them.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, we don't see our animal. Where is it?
As soon as you don't see it in there, be like, hey.
Well, she did
Where's
call
that?
when she was on the road.
She called when she was on
When
the
she was on
road.
the
I'm
road,
saying if you can call.
Why didn't she call in the paddock? I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why
like
did
you're
she-
right here. You don't see it. Like, hey, where's this thing at? We have a tracker in it. He would have been like, oh, hey, it's in the pen.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, well, if it's here, we're gonna Let's find out where is it at. We ain't gonna go in there though, unarmed. Nobody that can put this thing down.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Like
make
you
any
got
sense.
3
Y'all
people
just
in here. Well,
walking around.
Chris Pratt is capable, but like the other 2 guys can do nothing with this thing.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, no one's capable against that thing. It
Well,
doesn't
I mean,
make
yeah,
any sense.
but
just
he knows
walking
how to
around.
survive.
And it doesn't make any sense in 2015 for you not to be able to have the capability of tracking this guy from where you are. Why didn't he go
Agreed.
back to the control room, which is not close?
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
I mean, it was pretty cool that it made the scratches on the wall to make them think that it climbed out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And once we figured that out, well, I guess it escaped at that point. But I was like, once we figured that out, it's like, yeah, definitely kill it.
Definitely kill it.
Yeah, it's like,
Yes,
yeah,
this
no.
thing is too smart for us.
Yeah, it's no.
Like it did that
Yeah.
to make us come in here, and now it has.
No, let me-
it ate 2 of them.
Yeah, like if you playing games with me, like nah, you
I'm
can
like,
go.
nope, don't need that.
Nah,
Yeah.
my animal can't be smarter than me.
Because all you're going to do, you're going to get some dumb guest. You're going to get a dumb guest.
Hmm.
Like, that's going to happen. And you don't need a smart animal around a dumb
Around
guest.
a dumb guess, and vice versa. You don't need a dumb guess around a smart animal.
Hmm.
It just doesn't. Like that one dude that was running with his drinks when all the birds came out there. He was like, oh snap, oh snap. It's like, if you don't drop
Hey,
martinis,
yo, man, he needed them drinks, man.
it was probably expensive.
That
I'm
is the
saying.
extra of the year, bro.
That's like $16 a pop. You better keep them drinks.
You're like, oh.
I wonder if he was just drinking in the scene, and he was like, I don't want to really give these up.
It might have been.
Because,
That
like,
was
they're
funny,
probably
though.
like, y'all supposed to be sitting around and stuff, and you can grab drinks or whatever to make it look real.
Right.
And he had 2. He was double
He
fisting
had
it.
2 of them, yeah. Like, this dude's not giving up them drinks for nothing, man. That was funny.
But, okay, so let's talk about the scientists for a bit before we get back to the escape.
Well, BD Wong?
Yeah, why are you making something that can camouflage? And his excuses for why he used that DNA, he knew good and well what was going into
He
it.
knew. Yeah.
And guess what? If you wanted like this thing from the cuttlefish, you don't have to include the ability to camouflage with it. You can separate that. If you can pinpoint it, you can separate that part of the DNA.
True.
You know.
He was just playing God.
Yeah. So I'm like,
That's
why
all it
would
was.
you?
It's
Why would
obviously
you
gone
make
to his
something
head.
that can camouflage? Like, one, that would be pointless for the part. I think the owner said that. He's
Yeah, like, why
what?
do I need a
Like,
dinosaur that can... What do we have?
Yeah, and for him to try to turn it on the owner, but you said you wanted. I was like,
You
dude, get
want
out of
something
here.
cool.
You said you went in there and said, "What's the worst thing I can make?" And that's what came out.
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
you
what-
saw that as free reign. I'm like, all right, let's do something.
Yeah. And then I'm like, it can hide its heat signature.
Yeah, from thermal. I'm like,
Yeah, like what's the point?
Bro.
he looked shocked when he said that. He was like, really?
He was like, ah, crap.
I'm like, oh.
Do y'all like his character arc? I'm not.
BD
No, he
Wong,
dies
not-
in the last
not-
one. I'm happy about it.
He doesn't
not
die. No,
really.
he doesn't.
Didn't he did eventually
No,
die.
he
He didn't
doesn't.
die?
He no. He's
He
the one
did
who
die.
he was in the cornfield saving the locust thing. He doesn't die.
I could have sworn he died.
He doesn't die.
I mean, BD Wong, I like him as an actor. But,
Yeah, I like him as an actor.
man, that character needs to die.
He doesn't die.
He doesn't.
No.
Where no cons. They spent all this time showing us Bryce Dallas Howard's assistant dying, and I was like, God, she
I
didn't
know.
do anything.
She
Yeah.
didn't. See, that's what I'm so disappointed because it's like you saved the one good death scene for a character who meant nothing. That's
That
another.
was like, I was like, good
Yeah,
Lord,
like, she is
man.
going through it.
Yeah.
She was just looking for the kids.
Yeah, like she didn't
She
deserve
got
that. And that's
snatched
another
up.
thing. It's like I feel like there's no stakes in these movies because you know for sure none of the main characters will be harmed in this movie.
Okay.
And then the other ones, like, okay, none of the main characters
Well, no,
die,
the owner died.
but that
Mr.
guy
Miss-
doesn't count.
Miss Nikki? Mr. Masnicki?
Masani?
Masani.
Mr. Masani? Okay.
Yeah. And then he died in a helicopter crash. He really wasn't taken out by a bird thing.
Oh, Vincent D'Onofrio died. That was satisfying. He got killed by the raptors.
But you knew that was going to happen. I'm saying, like, all of the clearly evil people die.
Okay.
But
Except
none
for
of the,
BD Wong.
yeah. But we didn't realize his true evilness until they're talking about clones and locusts and stupid stuff. But you know what I mean? It's always the people who's like, this guy's clearly evil, this guy's clearly awful, so you know they're gonna die.
Mhm.
But in here, it's like there's never any stakes for any of the main characters. Like you know for sure, as bland as Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard characters are. Don't care about these people whatsoever. One of them gonna die, and I would not have cared. You already
I
know
didn't
nothing.
want Chris Pratt's character to die.
You already know like
can't
nothing's
lose Peter
gonna
Quill.
happen to them.
Can't do that.
You can.
And I didn't want the kids to die either.
I think their characters meant nothing.
The older brother could have. I mean,
He turned around a little bit.
yeah, I guess so.
But I mean,
Became somewhat brotherly.
Yeah, I just felt like there was no stakes. You know how like in the first ones it's like, okay, none of them died, but you really felt like at any moment like, man, are they gonna kill these kids? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And here it just felt like
they're not going to.
yeah, there's no stakes.
Okay. All right.
It was close though, you know.
It wasn't
When that
close.
thing got to that ball and he just put
Oh,
his
yeah.
fingernail right through the
No.
glass
Yeah,
that's supposed to be freaking indestructible.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
like,
oh,
this thing just can't be contained. If he can pop it like right through the, like, yeah, you don't need this dinosaur.
that was rough, bro.
Right, that was rough. Then he slammed the cage back down on him like perfectly to not smash them. I'm like, okay, yeah, we gotta run.
Oh, little kid, why are you hesitating? Well, all right, look, we're. I'll get back to that.
What?
Without jumping around, I'm sorry, but I forgot to mention about Bryce Dallas Howard's character,
Mhm.
about how much of a horrible person she is, besides her failures at running the park. But one, your nephews were coming, and you like pushed them off onto somebody else instead of you watching them, and she didn't even remember they were there until she saw a kid on the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna.
So Indominus Rex is loose, and my first thought would have been my nephews. Oh my god, right? She didn't even remember.
She didn't even know how old they are.
I was like, oh, you're a horrible person.
Yeah, if I was her, my first thought would have been Chris Pratt's thought. Get something out here and smoke this thing, cause like,
Yeah.
hey, yo, my nephew's
Yeah,
out
like
here.
my family's
We need
out
to
here.
put this thing down.
Yeah. So I told you she's an evil person. I don't.
Yeah, she could have died in this movie. It would have been fine.
Yeah,
But
it
Chris
would've been.
Pratt needed a love interest.
He didn't.
He didn't.
There was nothing there. And then it doesn't also make any sense because after you get all these people killed, after all the stuff you did, I'm sorry, me and you are not gonna be love
Yeah, I'm not really
interests.
feeling you right now.
I'm not feeling you.
We're not gonna be together.
Yeah. Not doing it.
Yeah. All right. So Dominus Rex gets out. Big dude.
Oh my gosh. Like,
Why
was he trying?
you opened the door to the cage?
Yeah.
You go back to the person entrance.
Yeah.
That's why it's loose in the first, and then you still died.
Well, that's because he doesn't know how to hide.
Well, he must be like not trained at all, cause like he immediately panics when he realizes
the
he
other
can't.
two were running one way, and he's like,
he realized I can't run.
Oh, he was the
'cause
slowest.
I'm out of shape.
Remember, you just have to outrun your.
You just
friends.
have to outrun
Yeah.
your friend.
And he was outrun.
He was.
I'm not sure he was a friend,
Still.
but he was outrun.
Yeah, but if you're gonna open up the big gate,
All right, motorcycles.
oh right, I forgot I can hear the highway. Hide somewhere nicely. He sat down in front of our truck, like no bushes, no shadows. Just I'm gonna sit in front of this truck that everyone can see.
He was panicked.
Also, there weren't a bunch
Make
of people
poor
there
decisions
with
when he
guns.
panicked. There were none. Like there
There
was
were none.
absolutely no way for them to suppress this thing.
No.
But they decided to go into the enclosure and do what?
Yeah.
Like, what was the goal
Like,
of
what were
going
you
in
gonna
here?
do?
That's true.
First of all, if it escaped, like how did it escape? If it climbed over the wall, then it's not in there anymore. Then your best bet is to go outside to see if it's there.
Yeah.
Then don't you have cameras all over this place? You would know if it got out.
Right, you would definitely know. But like, if it got out and it's somewhere close by and it's coming back, why are we in here with nothing?
There's no reason to be in there at all.
Yeah,
and
there
then
ain't.
to go in empty-handed doesn't make any sense. It's like I feel like this is basic zoo 101.
Mhm.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You in here with an animal, unpredictable animal. Let's just go in with nothing.
Yeah.
Take our shoes and socks off too.
Yeah, it's like zookeepers don't enter the lions. The lions, what enclosure or
Lions
whatever?
Den.
I wanted to call
Yeah,
it the
yeah,
den.
yeah.
I'm like, that's not what they call it.
Is that what they call it?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't know.
I mean, that's
The
what they
lions
call it
area.
wild,
it should be. Yeah, you know.
but I don't think they call it the lions den at the zoo.
They got it like done up like a den.
Well, yeah,
But,
you gotta make
you
them
know.
feel like home when they're not there.
Yeah, so
Well,
we
the point
call
is
it a
like they
den.
don't just roll up in there like, "Hey, lion, where are you?"
Hey, buddy.
Yeah,
Like,
they
no,
go in
it's
there
not that
like,
going on.
"All right, we need to bring the lion in for test. We're gonna trank it."
Yeah, put it down.
Put it down, and then we're gonna do this real fast.
Mhm.
Y'all just taking a stroll through this dinosaur you don't know what it does, and y'all just gonna stroll through the enclosure. It doesn't make any sense.
You know, that park wasn't very safe anyway. We noticed how, like, they have people just around the herbivores and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of times, if you notice in real life, herbivores are more dangerous than the carnivores.
Well, just because they don't eat meat doesn't mean they're not aggressive.
Right?
Or large.
Yeah, I'm like,
They could trample you still. If they don't know you're there or they don't care you're there. A rhinoceros is a herbivore.
True, and they're very aggressive.
Yeah, very aggressive.
a hippo.
An elephant.
Are hippos herbivores?
I don't know if they're herbivores.
I don't think
Maybe.
they are.
No.
They might.
No, they're. I don't know. They might eat fish. What do hippos eat?
Are they omnivores?
They might be
omnivores.
omnivores.
Because I've seen them
I think
eat
they
like
are.
berries and like plants and stuff before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't eat meat.
They're super dangerous. I know that.
They're
Well,
very
that I
dangerous.
know, and they're fast.
Yes.
Yeah, they're very fast. Some short little
Surprisingly
legs.
fast, Yeah.
It looks.
Of course,
so
they're faster in water,
weird
but like,
because they're so big.
yeah, they're huge.
Yeah,
but-
Yeah, gators are surprisingly fast too. I was like, oh.
yeah.
I figured if I got to land and started running, I'd be
I was
safe.
like, oh, yeah, I'm safe. And you see that thing. You're like, oh no.
Why are you so fast?
Like, we're not done yet. You're like, all right.
So this park's not well designed. I mean, like they did. I'm like, somebody's gonna get hurt. One
Yeah,
of
I mean,
these
there's a
days.
reason why our petting zoos has sheep in it.
Right.
You're not the ones with horns.
You're not them freaking billy goats or whatever else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just no, they're animals.
Like, are you the worker standing on that paddock with the, I forget the name of it, the measles or whatever, the big fish one?
Oh, the mana.
You say the measles source?
Mesosaurus.
I don't know.
I didn't know it had measles,
I
but
don't know what it's called.
I don't know what it was called.
But I know you did the water one, right?
Yeah, like, am I standing? I'm not standing
on that
there.
platform. No.
No.
We can jump out and eat me.
Mhm, yeah, or just jump out and land on me. No.
Or did you know how unsafe that area was?
Yeah.
Because at the end, it snatches the
Yeah,
what
Dominus
was
Rex.
Yeah, I was like, so then it could snatch people at any moment.
Yeah, it could just hop up there and
Just hop
It
up
just
there
decided not to.
and take someone's ankles out.
take their whole body out.
Just nice.
You ain't going for ankles.
Yeah.
Also, everybody's phone in there no longer works because they got splashed.
Yeah.
Nobody's phone was covered. They had iPhones and stuff. Nobody's phone
Yeah, they
works
didn't have
anymore.
a water warning or something.
They
No.
had to know what was coming.
Yeah, but they
this
was just
isn't new.
phones up like this and splash.
Well,
like it was-
normally you would wear like a poncho or something.
They had nothing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. Okay. So we talked about how unsafe that was. So the Endo Rex gets out.
Mhm.
I guess Chris Pratt was pretty smart putting gasoline on himself.
Yeah, so it couldn't smell them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that would work. I mean,
Oh yeah, I'm not sure how much that was helpful, but either way, plot
It might
armor,
work.
he doesn't
yeah,
attack him.
because gasoline has a pretty strong smell, so it might be only smelling the gasoline.
I don't know, but I read somewhere that it wasn't a gasoline that distracted him.
I mean, it didn't seem to work throughout the rest of the movie. Like,
no, definitely not.
he didn't need the gasoline at any other
That's what
point.
I'm saying. Like, so I read somewhere that wasn't why he decided not to go after him.
Oh.
It
Why,
was something.
why was it?
They said it because he was underneath the crane, and that at that time the crane is what he associated with how he got his food, or something. So it was like it wasn't a threat; it was something
Oh.
positive.
Gotcha.
I don't know how true that is, but that was the internet said.
I think that's just audience copium.
Probably
Yeah,
a
theory.
Mosasaurus,
A mosasaurus?
Mosasaurus.
Oh, Mosasaurus. Mosasaurus? Mosaurus.
I don't know.
Okay. Mosaurus. Yeah, good enough.
I think it's a mosasaur. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Mosa.
So I talked about how the cool scene when they finally got the ACU to go after. God, why did they have to get ready?
Yeah,
did it have
they
to
had
get
they had to
ready?
get in there and grab their weapons and get in the cars and
First
drive
of
or
all,
whatever.
it's a park full of dangerous animals. I feel
Yes.
like
Every paddock
should have some people
needs
ready.
to have a unit.
Agreed. Like, why do I need to go from the other end of the park to this danger? Like, you
Right.
should already be there.
They should have a manned machine gun
Well,
up there at all times.
I get initially you want to be non-lethal. Initially,
Do
'cause-
I?
Not with the Endo Rex, like that
well,
one.
remember,
they
yeah,
killed
no
it
one
first.
knows what it does.
Still.
But
And
they know
then-
what they made it with.
And those people are only getting a directive, use non-lethals first.
Yeah, I'm
Right?
not
They're-
talking about the people going in. They got the orders to.
No,
use
I
non-lethal.
100% agree. The order should have been lethal all the way through. But initially, you say, okay, go non-lethal. I'm pretty sure zoos do the same thing. Let's see if we can get this lion back. If not, kill it. But usually,
do the same thing. I mean, we got the whole Harambe thing.
what Harambe thing?
The gorilla they killed.
I mean, I'm not saying they don't, but I feel like, well, usually tigers don't get out.
Yeah.
It's usually the other animals.
Even
But-
though a tiger can jump. Yeesh.
Yeah, but either way, like I can see initially, as long as it's because before it wasn't around people.
Mhm.
As long as people's not in danger, and initially it wasn't. I mean,
Nah,
not for
they
this.
said 4 miles away.
I'm saying not for this.
Okay.
I'm just saying standardly. If it's a zoo and it's like the other end of the park and no one's here, let's see.
Oh,
if we can check it.
if they get out, yes. But before this, I was saying.
Yeah, for this.
the Indo Rex.
100% kill
Yeah,
it.
you got to up the ante here.
Yeah, but my thing is, it's like all they had was those cattle prod things, and I was like,
For that big old dinosaur.
You had to walk up to it and zap it.
right. So it was my long way of going around was like, how come they didn't have any giant tranquilizer darts?
Right.
Y'all had them in the other movies, so why didn't you have it here?
I'm gonna
That
need
should be
you-
option number one, right? If you're
have-
going non-lethal, why don't you have those? Why you got the thing where I need to be next to it?
Yeah, I
to
got to
park
walk
it?
up to this thing.
Yeah, I'm
No.
gonna need you to have a trank that will take out 3 elephants.
But they had that in the Lost World, so it exists.
yeah,
it's
it's
not,
there.
It's there.
Yeah.
Like I was like, where's your
And
tranquilizers?
maybe it might kill it. That's how strong I need the trank to be.
Exactly.
Like it
Yeah,
might.
it might kill it. It might not.
Yeah.
But
You know.
let's err on the side of caution here. Let's overdo it.
Yeah.
With
When they were
everything we
like,
got.
oh, it's 4 miles away from the park guests, and they're like, oh, and they were saying it as if it was okay. I'm like, bro, if you told me a lion was 4 miles away from me, I'm gonna
I'm
need
out.
to go further away.
Yeah, I'm out. Still.
That's too
Yeah.
close.
Right.
Yeah, that's
4 miles
right.
for a lion to cover?
Right, 4 miles means you have time to evacuate the park. Not that it's okay to leave the park open.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you have time to clear it out so we can get this animal back.
Yeah, they left the rides and everything open. Oh, it's fine. I'm like, bro, there's a loose dinosaur. What do you think's gonna?
Yeah.
I don't.
A loose dinosaur that just ate 2 people.
Yeah.
So we know it's not a gentle dinosaur.
Honestly, you should close the park.
Right.
Yeah.
If
Didn't
someone
a-
dies,
Two
at
people
your
just
park, you close
died.
it.
Right.
Yeah. Didn't a giraffe get out of our local safari area?
I
They
don't know.
did.
This is why I don't go to safaris.
They did. I
Yeah.
think it was a giraffe.
Was it
I
one
don't
out
know.
in Port Clinton?
Nah, closer.
Everyone's like, oh, go on a safari and stuff. I don't want the lion to be able to come.
There's
up
no
to my car
lions
door.
on our
I
safaris.
didn't say ours. I didn't say ours.
But when they be going over there in Africa and they be on them that
Oh,
open
no, thank you.
like no.
No, thank
Now,
you.
are
A
they
lady
li-
got eaten. No, thank you.
They're not likely to eat you, but like we
But
said, that lady got
they
eaten.
are
So
wild.
yeah.
Mm.
Like they're wild.
That thing jumped through a car. I'm like,
Well,
no,
no,
thank
bro. No.
you.
I do not need to be this up close and personal with anything.
Although I think it was her fault. I think she taunted it or something.
Oh yeah, don't. Yeah, see again, like Owen was saying throughout this movie, because people were acting like one, they weren't treating them like they were animals, and then they were acting like animals can't be smart. They're stupid because
Mhm.
animals are not people, apparently, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. There's a story about 2 kids that were taunting this lion. I think it was a lion, and they were taunting it, right? And it got out the enclosure, and it did not attack anyone else, no one else, but the 2 boys that were taunting it. That was it. It only attacked them. That's it. Didn't eat them. Anything. Just killed them.
Huh.
So.
Not to laugh at it, but
It's, I mean,
It was
it's not funny,
vindictive.
but
it's like
that's messed up.
Yeah. So don't treat these animals like they don't understand stuff.
But why would you think that they wouldn't? You know what I mean? Like, why would you think that they won't remember that you treated them badly?
because they're animals and they're stupid, so called.
But animals aren't dumb.
No, they're not.
They're not.
They're animals. They live by instinct. Doesn't mean that they don't have brains. They don't see you.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
because humans are quote unquote more intelligent than animals, don't mean animals aren't intelligent.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at these monkeys, these chimpanzees and stuff like that. Like, there's no. There's
I don't want to be around anywhere around any apes.
No, I don't.
None.
I am not a fan of that
No,
species.
I don't
of
even
animal.
really want to see them at the zoo.
No, I don't like them.
Yeah,
Like,
I
at
don't.
all.
They
I
make
don't
me
like 'em.
uncomfortable.
That's the one. If they get out, I'm like,
I'm
we're
definitely
gone. I'm gone. I felt safer around the lion. Mount.
I am gone, bro.
Like, cause you don't want to. Have you seen Nope?
Not yet.
No, okay. I won't spoil everything, but it starts with a it was a TV show that used chimpanzee on the show, and like you were saying, everything goes normal and stuff as usual for years. Into one episode, like they had some balloons, a balloon popped, and the ape went crazy. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. It's just gonna kill everybody because it's stronger than you.
Yeah, no thank you. Like they're like super strong.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of like bodybuilders that was like playing a tug of war or something with one of them. And it was like holding them with one arm. And then it finally just stopped playing with them and just yanked them all. One.
Yeah.
Like, no thank you, bro.
Yeah. No, I'm not messing with them things. If the lion's not hungry, I might live. If I look at the ape wrong, I'm
like,
gonna die.
You're gonna tear me limb from limb and not even eat me. Like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. So, and that was a problem in this movie too. It's just like not treating these animals with respect. And the Indominus Rex is out, and you're just like, yeah, you know, we can contain it. And like you said, with like no weapons at all,
Yeah.
like these puny cattle prods.
Yeah. It just didn't, like, you came in unprepared. It just didn't make it like, oh, they'll catch it. But it, like, you really didn't give them the tools necessary to, even if they had the chance, you put them at a disadvantage from the get-go.
Right. I feel like they probably could have, but they need deadlier weapons. Like something that actually gonna do some damage.
Yeah.
Like even regular bullets wasn't really, cause like didn't that one guy have one when it was charging at him? Like he was just standing there shooting it, and it was like coming at him.
thought
And
he
I thought he had a real
did,
gun,
You might have.
Yeah.
but it wasn't doing anything.
Well, something that big, I mean, you gonna need some 50 cows.
Yeah, it's a dinosaur. It's got thick
Yeah.
like skin and stuff. Like you need something that's gonna penetrate,
Yeah.
not just bounce off.
Also, the decision to kill it definitely should have been made when you notice it cut its tracker out. You should be like, yes,
Like, yep, let's kill it.
let's
Yeah.
kill it.
Like how would it know to do that? We don't know. Let's kill it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's
That's
not
it.
take.
That's
Let's not
period.
bring it in for questioning.
It's done.
Let's
Yeah.
kill it.
Yeah. But yeah, so we let it. Apparently, it's killing for sport. You know, just murking dinosaurs just because. Oh, side note. French dude. I know he's speaking French, but man, you got a lot of F words being dropped here by the French guy.
That's what I assumed what he was saying, but I don't speak French, so I just said okay.
Yeah, I don't
I'm like,
speak
oh,
French
so
either.
is that okay? It's all right if it's not
Hey,
English.
we don't know.
I was like, I don't know. I assume you're cussing right now, but because I don't speak French,
Yeah, I'm like I have
I
no
said
idea.
all right.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. A lot of stuff happens. The little kid. I don't know. Big giant dinosaur chasing after me. I'm not pausing at the waterfall.
No,
jumping.
I'm not.
He's a
Yeah,
little
I'm
kid. I
definitely
I don't care. No,
jumping.
I'm jumping.
I'm
He's a
definitely
little
jumping.
kid.
Like,
You might pause.
I was saying that the whole time. Like I might pause, but like, all right, let me get ready to jump, but not like I ain't jumping down here. I'd rather get chewed up by this.
He's young. He might.
Did you not see that thing that was chasing him?
Kids make irrational decisions.
I wouldn't even
all the
stop. If I was
time.
10, I wouldn't even stop. Now, as an adult, I would stop to ready myself so I know where I'm landing. If I was 10, I would have just ran
I'm
off.
gonna keep running. Because how can this be worse? How can it be worse?
You guys are liars.
No, I'm not. I remember
would've
running
ran
from
off.
many a dogs, and there was nothing that was gonna stop me from running.
I'm
Nothing.
saying that I don't blame him for pausing. He's a kid, and he did jump.
He did jump. He did. It was a good job.
His brother made him jump.
Yeah.
Either
I
way.
used to complain about them fixing the car, but they did show them change the battery and stuff. So I'm like,
Did they also change the tires?
Fine. Oh yeah, them
those
tires
flat,
would've been
dry rotted
flat.
tires.
And the fuel.
Oh,
What about
they're
them
gonna get the
rubber?
gas
What
from
about them
there.
rubber hoses inside? That would have been dry
Yeah,
rotted.
the brakes. Just.
Okay, the
Yeah,
car doesn't work.
rusted. I'm like, there's no way.
They changed the battery, but nothing else works.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like,
the
boy,
car-
ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way.
That was a needless callback.
All the callbacks were neat. It didn't help. It didn't help the movie. It didn't help the old movie. Unnecessary.
That was the right time to play the music, though. Like Jurassic
Yeah.
Park thing when it was
Yeah.
going through all
when
the
they go
old.
into Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I'm like, okay,
Maybe when
that
they
was a
let
good
the
time to say
T-Rex out. They didn't play it then.
No, they didn't.
I think they played a short version of it when she first opened. Like that was a nice scene when she first opened up the
And
door.
the T-Rex comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I guess the T-Rex is the hero of the movie.
I'm like, why you gonna get this thing with these tiny little arms? Like he was getting his butt whooped. He probably like, why'd you get me into this?
That is true.
It's
He wasn't ready for that fight.
Like, yo, for
If
real.
it wasn't for Blue.
Yeah, he
It
wasn't
would have
ready
blue.
for
He
that
would have been
fight.
done for.
Yeah.
Just like the T-Rex got destroyed in Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
his neck broken.
Oh my
Now,
God.
if they would have had the Spinosaurus here, that probably would have been
Well, they
pretty
probably
good.
didn't have that because
Yeah, no, it was only one of them,
It
right?
was only one of them.
Yeah. So, but that would have been a.
That would have been a
get all
better
these
fight.
dinosaurs back. You couldn't have got all these dinosaurs back. There's no dinosaur DNA.
I thought we were gonna gloss over the.
Oh
the
yeah.
flimsy
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I
well,
forgot.
yeah,
it is
there's-
a movie.
There's obviously
never mind. Yeah,
flimsy science here.
Yeah.
My bad. Because
But-
it does not survive in that mosquito. I don't care.
No, it doesn't. And then in this movie, because it's just like how to get the water dinosaur, right?
Yeah,
They
the
were saying,
mosquito
like,
eating.
That now they can like get the DNA directly from the fossils. I'm like, but that's just a rock.
Yeah,
You
fossils are
cannot
just rocks, guys.
get the DNA
They're
from the
not
fossils.
actual-
It's like not even bone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
like that doesn't make any sense.
Mhm.
So at least the mosquito thing has like, okay, it's fake science, but at least
Look.
it's believable fake
I'm
science.
like, oh yeah, I can get with that.
Yeah, but you can't tell me like, oh yeah, we just get it from these rocks that we found. Like, get out of here.
These rocks that were in the shape of bones, did that work?
Yeah, like
So
you're
you can
not
just
getting DNA
Slide
from
through the
this.
museum real quick and
Yeah, the
Like a whole
reason
bunch
why
of
the
dinosaurs?
woolly mammoth works because it was frozen.
They found a woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
that's got to be a pretty
But
epic.
seriously, stop
I mean,
experimenting with
yeah.
that.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
finding
Yeah.
it?
That's
Like,
got to be epic, man.
That's
Like,
insane.
Whoa.
Bruh.
Mhm. And then their thought was, let's make a new one.
Oh man, they probably make a saber tooth.
Don't.
Please don't do that.
Don't.
Like, that would just be stupid.
It would. It would be
It
dumb.
would be so stupid. Like, why would? Honestly, it would probably get killed. Honestly, if they released it like with all these other animals, I feel like they would probably kill it. Cause like one saber-tooth tiger.
I don't know.
Well,
I think they're very
it was
aggressive.
bigger, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it bigger? It was a lot bigger.
Oh, it's gonna take out a lot of things.
Yeah, it probably will before it gets handled. But I just don't think it would.
I mean, that's a lot easier to kill than a dinosaur. So,
Yeah, true that.
but yeah,
they try
everything
to-
falls apart. The kids escape. Stuff. The flying dinosaurs get loose. What was up with that abomination of a flying dinosaur with like a regular dinosaur head?
Yeah, what was that? That was on
It
top
was
of Chris Pratt.
Pterodon
Probably Terra.
or something.
Oh, it's pterodon? Is that what they look like?
Are you gonna ask me what a dinosaur looks like?
Not all of them, because like some of them had that long
Those are
nose, but then
pterodactyls.
that one that was on
Or
Chris
those may
Pratt.
not be
Tho-
pterodactyls.
Had like a
those
little
were
T-Rex
not-
head.
Those were not pterodactyls.
What are those? Pterosaurs?
I'm,
Oh,
not-
well, no, that's the group of dinosaurs. I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up.
Okay. That
Probably
scene was
close.
pretty good, though.
Probably close. Yeah, it was pretty good.
With all the people getting snatched up.
Yeah.
And we mentioned it before, but like her assistant, I felt bad
I did
for her.
feel bad for her. I was like, oh, not
"Dang,
her.
man, she didn't
Come on,
deserve to
man.
get like she got yanked up into the air,
Mhm.
dropped into the
Dropped
water, snapped at it in the water because the birds
They
can
was diving
swim.
into the water.
And then
Then-
being eaten by a bird and then got eaten by the mosasaur that ate the bird. So you were being eaten by the bird that the bird got eaten by the mosasaur. She's just like triple dead.
Yeah, they really put her through it. They put her through more than they had to put her through. Just let the bird snatch her up and fly her away.
It was a lot. She was.
That was too much for her.
That actually swap that with Bryce Dallas Howard's character and we're golden. Right? She find like would that have changed your opinion in this movie? She finds her nephews. Oh my gosh, guys, I found you, and then she gets snapped up by the bird, and that whole scene ensues.
That would have been better. Just
It
if
was satisfying,
someone
yeah.
relevant died would have been better. Yes.
I mean, Chris Pratt still would have saved the day with Blue or whatever.
Yeah. A pterodon starts with a P. P-T-E-R-A.
You don't.
But you don't say the
don't
P on
You
pronounce
don't say
the P.
the P silent.
Oh,
Aren't you an
I'm pretty
engineer?
sure.
You know this.
Why would the P be silent?
I
mean,
don't,
that's
there's a
just
lot of
like-
letters that I wonder
Yeah,
why they're
if I
silent.
see PT, I'm assuming the P is silent.
First of all, that has nothing to do with me. This is not an engineering word. Like, what
I
are you
know,
talking about?
but
Like, why
engineers
would
are
it just
supposed to be
silent?
Smart.
Smart.
It's also a dinosaur. I don't know how to pronounce dinosaur names.
You never seen the word pterodactyl written out?
No.
It's got a P in front of it.
I didn't know that.
Oh. Okay.
Why would I know that?
All right. So our tropical storms
read a
over
lot.
there in Asia called
Not
tsunamis.
What are you talking about?
I was just talking about silent letters. All right.
First of all, those are two different things.
Yes, they are. They are. It was a joke.
But it's not funny because those are two things.
It's
That
not
doesn't
funny
make
'cause
any
it's
sense.
joking.
Because it's not like it starts with a P.
All right, fine.
It's like, first of all, it's
Well,
like
pneumonia.
yes, because that's
Like
the
pneumonia.
word.
Right? Yeah,
Like
starts,
pneumonia.
start with P. Yeah,
It's silent. Yes.
Yeah, that was silent.
yeah. No, the pterosaurs they start with P, but you don't pronounce the P.
Sure. Okay, fine.
It's like knife. Like, why is there a K in front of, like, what does it do for
However
the word?
language evolved, the K probably was pronounced at first, and then
A
was
knife?
yeah. Who knows?
I'm about to say, I don't know. I don't think it does anything for the word. Like, it doesn't help anything. It
But
doesn't.
you said pterodon.
Yeah, TERANODON.
Yeah, pterodon. Okay.
T-R-A-N.
I've never
Pteranodon.
seen Pteranodon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pteranodon.
Oh, pteranodon.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pteranodon.
I've never seen like them in a book or anything like that.
With the bird?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
the one with
a-
the weird head.
It has
Yeah,
a
no.
weird head.
I've never. Was that an invented dinosaur?
No, it's
No.
real.
Are we sure? Are we sure they didn't just find like some fossils that were mixed up and they were like, yeah, this head definitely goes here.
I don't know.
You know?
Wikipedia said you can find them in Kansas, Wyoming, Nebraska, and South Dakota.
I guess if they found more than one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe it's real.
Yeah, they're huge.
Think dinosaurs can crossbreed like dogs?
I mean, yeah, probably.
In this universe, sure. But yeah, it has a weird shaped head and a 20-foot wingspan.
Eesh.
20 foot?
The largest known flying reptile.
Now, I guess with the birds, there was nothing they could really do about that because you can't get the people off the island fast enough. So if they got
Exactly.
out, like some people were gonna get snatched.
Yeah.
up.
When you
something like that.
decided to evacuate the park, why didn't you tell those people to go back to their hotel rooms?
Oh, yeah,
You
sure.
just let them sit out there in the sun doing nothing. When
Yeah.
it's like, remember, there's a dinosaur on the loose.
Yeah, and he's just gonna go there like, oh, a buffet.
Exactly.
Yeah, because she said you put all the warm bodies in one place.
Exactly. And they're like, why wouldn't you tell them to go back to their hotel?
That probably would be, well, like you were saying, like people just died. You close the park,
Yeah,
period.
Right. So they're on an island, so they can't immediately leave, which then means go inside.
Yeah, get inside somewhere, find some kind of shelter. They waited to do that until the birds was released.
Yeah.
Now it's too late.
yeah.
Because, I mean, all these people inside, you probably don't have the room. Unless
Yeah.
their hotel is on the island.
The hotel's on the
It
island.
should be on the island.
Oh.
yeah.
The hotels are on the island. That's what I'm saying. It's like, why would you send them back to their rooms?
Probably would have been a good idea. But I mean, the birds can fly through the windows. Like, how do you
Yeah,
rally
but-
those birds?
But the thing is, the birds is like, oh, a free feast because every 20,000 people are right here.
True that. True that.
If you're all in your hotel, you're less likely to get eaten by a dinosaur.
True that. True that.
Yeah.
They'd have to take them a while to get all them birds. Though.
Well, I mean, it
Had
was a
to
lot
shoot
of
'em all out
birds.
of
At least they were
just
shooting
shot 'em. They
those.
just shoot the bird. Well, what
Yeah.
are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with the birds? Like, there's nothing else you can do. It's just like, okay, just shoot them.
Yeah, you gotta shoot them out the sky. You're not gonna get them back.
Yeah.
So, why do you need that many birds?
Yeah.
Like
how
that
do
many?
people view them? I don't know.
I
It
don't-
looked like they was in some kind of a dome, right?
Yeah, it's an
it was a
aviary.
bird cage.
Yeah.
And then
But usually those are like that because you walk inside.
You cannot walk inside. that
You can't
thing.
walk
yeah,
inside
I
that
wouldn't
one.
be walking inside that thing.
So
There's like a secondary barrier inside there.
There might have been. We didn't see that part of the park.
They left that out. They probably didn't know either. Like, yeah, let's just break the dome.
yeah, no people were in that part of the park. So were they just there?
They could have been. Maybe they didn't know how to get them inside the park because they're so aggressive.
Well, maybe
And they
you
fly.
should figure that out before you start making a bunch of them.
Probably a good idea.
Well, yeah,
Probably a good
yeah,
idea.
probably a good
I don't
idea.
That's
know.
what
The
I would
birds
do.
were in the book.
Hmm?
The birds were in the first book, and I think the reason why they weren't there is because how violent they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, no, I can do without that.
Mm.
Well, anyway, this is the area where we get the end, and the T-Rex is fighting the Indominus Rex, and Blue decides that.
But did we talk about how the Raptors were hunting? They had the
Oh
Raptors
yeah,
hunt
they did have the Raptors hunt to the Indominus Rex.
Yeah.
And it's part raptor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They were hanging on to this little piece that it ripped out of his back for, I guess, a while.
Where did he even get
It
that
was-
piece
it was
from?
wrapped up.
So they went to the site where all those people died.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
Check
they,
it
okay. They
Okay.
just skipped over that part in the movie.
Yeah.
yeah, they
Alright.
never really.
Because I'm like, that guy had it, and then he gets attacked, so it's like in the water or whatever.
Yeah,
And then it's like all of a
yeah.
sudden Chris Pratt.
Well, they
has
can find
Like,
it
what's
easily.
up?
It's got a
It's got the
tracker on it.
in it, so I guess
But my thing is, why would I even think to pick that up?
that is true because they weren't
Why would
planning
you
on.
keep it?
They weren't
Yeah,
planning
they
on
weren't planning on
hunting.
using the Raptors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Which was a smart move. Not to use the Raptors.
Well, everyone knew that, but Vincent D'Onofrio's character.
yeah.
But
Well,
he
you know,
came
when you're
in-
so determined to do something, all the
Yeah.
red flags you just ignore.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like,
He was
I'm in
definitely
charge
doing
now,
that.
and we're going to use the Raptors.
Because even the
Yeah, he
owner was
was-
like, "Yeah, no, we're not releasing
It's
raptors.
like, no, we're not releasing raptors in the park.
I
Like,
think
no.
we have one loose dinosaur, so then we're going to add 4 more.
Right. 4 more that
Stupid.
we can't really predict, really. They got them little, whatever that thing was.
the
on.
collars on them.
Yeah. But still,
Yeah.
probably.
Now I don't know that. I mean, like maybe not, but I don't know if they turned. Well, I guess they didn't turn on. They turned on all the other people.
Correct.
Yeah.
But then again, they had a chance to shoot this dinosaur. I'm like, what are we waiting for? Right? Everyone stopped and still, it's like they're communicating. I'm like, start shooting
Yeah,
things.
start shooting.
Start shooting.
Light it up.
Yeah, like
said
don't
something's
let him
wrong.
Communicate with them.
Something's wrong.
As
Something's
soon as
wrong.
he goes
Fire.
boom and they start talking, like, oh no,
Mhm. Nope. Pow, 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 pow. Shoot the Raptors too, because unfortunately.
I'm like, I'm still going to take out some
take
Raptors
them
too.
Yeah.
I don't trust you. Yeah, no, you out.
Like, oh, they're communicating. Up, well,
Everybody dies.
I would have aimed that little bazooka thing right at where the
Yeah.
raptors were standing.
Like, shoot, take the big one out first.
Yeah.
Right for the head.
Yeah, and then it went to show you that they only trusted Owen, really. Like they
Mhm.
had some trust for the French guy, but like not really. You saw
Mhm.
how one of them was attacking him. Oh, it was Blue.
Yeah, he was
So
in
the
the
man
log.
won. Yeah,
Sorry.
it
but
only stopped when Owen came.
I'm shooting that thing. I am so sick and tired of this movie. Like, but the animals. Kill it.
Yeah, they got Blue throughout the whole trilogy, didn't they?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. If I'm that
She was
dude and I'm in a
important.
log and a raptor trying to get at me,
I'm firing.
I'm shooting you.
First shot I get,
I'm
take
shooting
it.
you.
True. I'm just not doing this.
No,
So
maybe
yeah,
not.
so we get to the last scene. They let the T-Rex fight it. It's a fight. It's kind of uninteresting, the two dinosaur fighting.
Well, it was so one-sided.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
one-sided.
Yeah.
See those arms?
Yeah.
He can't do anything. He has to go in head first.
Yeah.
He has no other option. So,
yeah, and till Blue helped him out, and then I still don't like the Rex knocked him down once, but I didn't think it was working. It wasn't until the Mosasaur came that it was really like okay,
Yeah.
it won.
yeah, Blue was like a petty distraction
Yeah.
that helped the T-Rex kind of get a leg up, but Blue was getting tossed around
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like if the Moses wouldn't like popped up there,
Yeah,
they probably still would have won.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like,
Can it swim? Push it in the water or something.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm
assume it
pretty sure the
can.
Mosasaur drowned it because I don't.
Yeah. Well,
I guess we don't know. We don't know. We don't really know what was in it. So maybe it did have.
It has 2 rows of teeth.
It had shark.
It got some shark in it. Some
They
shark or
just took
something.
all the predators and like, yeah, let's mix them all together.
Like that would have been stupid. But
That
if-
is something they would do today.
they would. I mean, they had a shark. They fed the Mosasaur with a shark.
See, now I had a problem with that.
Right.
Great whites are endangered.
Yeah.
The fact that you fed a great white to this thing is just kind of messed up.
Well,
That
the
is messed up.
the priorities kind of fall when you got dinosaurs that you got to take care of.
But
So,
I was
like, now
looking
we
at
don't
this,
care
I was
what-
like, did we kill a great white for this?
That's true.
I feel like
That's
there's plenty
true.
of other animals you could use
There's other animals you could have used.
as opposed to a great white. I think that was overdoing
You
it.
could have used a cow. We got plenty of those.
Yeah, it's meat. I don't think
Yeah.
Mosasaur cares. Like, hey, wait, that doesn't live in the water. I don't want that. I don't think he cares.
Also, it wasn't swimming, so
Yeah, I was just like, I saw it. I was like, really? A great white?
hey, people will
Yeah,
hate me for saying this, but they're not in danger. Give it a dolphin.
Honestly, I would say give it a killer whale. Those things are jerks.
Yeah.
Dolphins are jerks.
Yeah, dolphins
are.
are jerks too. But yeah, them killer whales is.
Yeah, aren't they endangered too or nah? Nah,
Killer
Are they?
whales?
no, they're not.
I don't think they
No,
are.
I don't think so.
They got pods full of it'd be like 40 whales in a pod.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, you could have gave it an orca. Yeah.
Toss a
See,
orca out
everyone
there.
likes orcas.
Wait, see,
They won't like an orca when that orca do what them orcas be doing.
Oh,
They be
but
like
didn't
be
they
knocking
destroy
over
your-
boats and
didn't they
stuff.
destroy your
and-
yacht?
Yeah, they was like playing with them, and then the orcas was following the boat, and they just started like knocking the people out of the boat.
Yeah.
Like,
the thing is, like, they don't want to eat the people.
no, they
So
just wanna.
they're just messing.
They're just
with
being
you.
jerks. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
bruh. Orcas are not cool.
Like that was their game. Like and legitimately, they were probably having fun. Like,
They probably
knocked
are.
one into the water. Like, hey,
Watch them drown. It's like, yeah, let's stop calling them orcas.
Yeah.
Let's call them killer whales. That's what they are.
Okay.
Period.
Yeah.
Are we ready for random movie facts?
Random movie facts.
Movie facts.
All right. So this was at the time, the 4th highest grossing movie of all time.
Oh,
It made
well, that's Jurassic Park coming back. That's why.
Yeah,
Yes.
people like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
because it would have been quite a while between this and Jurassic Park 3. I mean, it makes sense at the time, and the trailer was good or whatever.
Yeah, I was excited about it when it came out.
Yeah, and then you're just like, okay. The original title was Jurassic Park Extinction. Doesn't fit at
It
all.
doesn't
Yeah, like,
fit.
why?
These names don't fit.
Didn't fit at all.
Dominion didn't fit. Fallen Kingdom didn't fit either. I don't know why are they naming it this.
Well, because
The
remember,
Fallen Kingdom kind of fit.
it did for that first 5 minutes when it was like, oh, the island is blowing up,
Mm,
or the volcano.
Oh, the volcano erupted.
yeah.
Man, that would have been bad if nothing bad happened at that park and then the volcano erupted. Like, it would have been
Like,
bad.
oh, we didn't plan for that.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the first movie in the Jurassic Park franchise to not have a dinosaur attack or something in the opening scene. All the other movies opens with
River
a
dinosaur attack.
So the idea, the gyrosphere, the little bubble the boys were in, was Steven Spielberg's idea, so that people can get up close and personal with the animals.
Okay.
That's kind of a cool thing, honestly, if it was
Yeah,
safe.
if it was safe.
Yeah.
But like, it didn't hold up to what they said it would hold up to.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not supposed to be around that thing.
True.
Yeah, I guess they probably wouldn't get it up in person with that.
Yeah, I guess it's only for the more gentler animals, maybe.
I don't know. An ankylosaur. Oh no, they weren't supposed to be in that area at all.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, they went off road. Yeah.
Yeah. So at one point, there's a petting zoo where you can ride some of the animals, and one of them is a Triceratops, which was
No.
actually made for the Jurassic Park movie that they end up not using because there was a scene in there where, what's the name of the little girl in that movie?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, I forgot.
Sarah.
No,
No.
What?
no. Sarah was in
Sarah. That
Lost
was
World.
Lost World. Yeah. Sarah.
Oh,
Sarah.
What's
Lexi?
her name? Lexi.
Lexi.
yeah.
Okay.
She was going to be riding a Triceratops, but that got cut, and they never end up using the thing that
The
they
prop.
made.
Okay.
So they used it in this movie.
Man, they kept that thing for a long time.
It looks better than CGI.
I did notice that they used practical effects. in
Not a
this.
lot. Not a
No?
lot. No.
Hmm.
Actually, next to none.
Really?
Well, the one dinosaur that was on the ground, that was definitely practical. When they were like
That
touching
long-
it. Yeah.
the brachiosaur?
The only things I found for sure that was practical was the raptor's head when they were all in that thing before they were let loose to chase the Rex.
Okay. No, that had to be practical. When Owen and
It
what's
wasn't
his
on the
name was-
list.
All right.
Could have been sure. It wasn't on the list that I saw.
It looked pretty real.
Most of the things were CGI.
Interesting.
They confirmed that the T-Rex in this movie is the same T-Rex from the original film.
Should be dead. How long do they
Should
live?
it be? Yeah, how long do they live?
It had been close to the end of his life, but animals in captivity do
Live
live
longer.
longer than animals in the wild.
Okay.
But yeah, that Rex was old and close to the end of life.
Man, she really set that thing up. She is an evil person.
Mhm.
She's just evil.
Yo, she just needed time to get away.
She ran in them hills though. He talked about her for it, and
He
she
would've caught her.
did run.
He would have caught it. Remember how fast that Rex was catching that Jeep?
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's
He
a
would've
thing
caught
about that. So in the movie, the first movie, they said he can run 30 miles an hour. According to some scientists, they don't think it can run that fast. It's more like 15 to 20. Within it means that someone in shape could outrun it, like Usain Bolt.
Yeah, but then he'd be
I think they
tired
said
after
like a runner can run like 15 miles an hour.
Yeah. Also, with these animals, as big as they are, I feel like exerting
They
that
can
much
cover-
effort, like, no, I feel like it will run out of energy a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Like the Indominus Rex chasing people, like it's gonna run out of energy.
But wouldn't it have like a bigger lung capacity so it would have
no,
more?
not necessarily. No.
No, it's
No. Okay, it's like you look at cheetahs. They're really fast, but it's like they have a battery.
Mhm.
So their battery's full out sprint. But
Mhm.
eventually, you run out of the energy needed to run that fast.
the
Well, the
reason-
cheetah that was saying how hot the cheetah like his body gets when it's running that fast.
Yeah,
So
cheetahs.
like, yeah,
kinda
that's a
suck.
lot of energy.
Yeah, I watched this thing. It's like cheetahs aren't that good because if it doesn't catch its prey with
Yeah,
its
it's-
70-mile-an-hour run, it's
Yeah, it's gassed.
yeah. So if the cheetah is gonna get tired, like
Yeah,
the Indominus Rex is gonna get tired, as big as it is,
Mm.
yeah.
right?
Probably.
So they're saying T-Rexes weren't that fast, anyways.
Mhm.
So a person in shape could outrun it. Now this Rex, we just said it was 22 years old. It's old.
Yeah.
And then another thing that people was bringing out that it wasn't trying to eat her. That's why she has the flare. She
Mhm.
just needs it. Follow me. This is where you're going.
And she threw the flare at the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at first I was like, there's no way she outrun it. But then, I mean, people brought up good points and I said, okay, maybe she could.
It's possible.
I think those are possible points.
In heels?
You can run in heels.
You can run in heels. I mean, if you're running properly, you're only using your toes anyway.
You can run in heels. I've did it. It doesn't feel great, but it's possible. And she said, Bryce Dallas, she practiced running in heels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
because if you're sprinting, it's not heel toe, so you can just.
Yeah.
Right.
Just toe.
Yeah.
Hmm,
I
true
mean,
enough.
like if it's a long distance run, definitely heel toe.
Yeah, and they weren't the highest hills anyway, so
That's true. They were.
I mean, I'm surprised she still had them on.
I'd have lost them a long time ago, to
Like-
be true. I'd have lost them. Okay, so we talked about the babysitter and her death. She wanted a gruesome death. She asked for it, and she did all of her own stunts, including being dunked in the water. And
Dope.
yeah, so good for her.
All
The
right.
dopest person in the movie.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so the camouflaging dinosaur, like obviously they gave that to the Indominus Rex, but it was going to show up. It shows up in the Lost World book, but then they end up not putting it in the movie, and so then they gave it to the Rex.
Hmm.
But apparently there is a dinosaur that can camouflage.
How do we know that?
Bruh, I don't know.
I mean, we can learn a lot about them from their fossils, but how do we know it can camouflage? I feel like we wouldn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be a tough one to figure
I
out.
don't know.
You know, like this one definitely could camouflage. You sure? I mean,
That is true. Yeah, how
you
would
can figure out they have feathers. You can figure out maybe their eating habits and stuff, judged by where they are. But camouflaging, I feel like, you know,
like a guess.
yeah.
You're guessing.
I don't know. But I guess they thought it could, so sure. Whatever. Who am I to say no?
Mhm.
So okay, my last movie fact. The Mosasaurus, is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
Moses.
Was oversized for this film.
Oh, it was way too big.
Way too big. So in the film they're like 72 feet long. Realistically, they're like 60 feet long.
Okay, well,
Okay,
it's
well,
not
that's
that much.
I thought you were gonna
oversized.
say like 20 feet.
12 feet.
It's a great weight.
12 feet's big.
It's a lot, but I think it still
A
could
great
have
weight.
done the things it did in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great weight is about 20 feet.
So yeah. So it's big, but just not as big as they showed.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
All right, so I got some nitpicks we didn't already talk about.
I have a nitpick, but it might
Alright.
not be, and that might not really be a nitpick. I
Okay.
don't know.
All right. Pick some nits.
Pick some nits.
Go ahead.
Oh, me first.
Yes.
Okay, so when Owen and the kids fixed the Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one nitpick. But they fixed the Jeep and they, peel on out of the garage. Then Owen and I forgot her character's name.
Claire.
So they get there and they're looking at the Jeep and whatever. Then the Indominus Rex pops up. And they decide to hide in front of the Jeep. Owen lays his gun on the side of the Jeep that the Indominus Rex came on. Didn't he move the Jeep?
Yeah, why didn't it fall?
Yeah, why wouldn't that gun have been collapsed or folded or something? That gun was perfectly propped up where he left it at.
It's true.
Like,
So we can use the gun later in the movie.
oh, okay.
Yes.
So the gun has to be indestructible.
Remember, every character in this has plot armor. They're never in real danger.
Yeah, okay. Because I knew they were there. That's why I didn't leave.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, why did you wait till?
Yeah.
Whatever. But okay.
Yeah, why did it go around for a surprise attack anyway? But I don't know.
Thinking,
This dinosaur doesn't make any sense.
I was thinking that it's like it couldn't fit, so that's why I was like, I'm just gonna get you from the top. Because the car was in the way.
I feel like it was in there. Like he was in there.
But the car was in a way, so he couldn't really get to them.
The other car was in the way. He knocked it.
So look, yes, I wholeheartedly agree. But we just said like, again, plot armor.
All right.
So I'm just gonna come from the top, but at that time there's like, oh, we can run now. So
No, yeah. Now we can run.
All right. So things we already covered. The park not being interesting is dumb.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yes, that's a stupid plot point.
Yeah. So originally she went and got Owen because they decided, oh man, maybe someone should come and look at this paddock to make sure that it is safe. What makes him qualified to inspect this thing? He's not a zookeeper, a zoologist. He was training the raptors. He's not qualified to look at whether or not this thing can contain an animal.
I feel like, considering how it was, that they didn't get any qualified people in the first place. So like,
yeah, clearly they didn't.
So I don't think they were going to. It was already in the paddock. In general, you expect to make sure it's safe before the animal's
exactly.
in
Well,
there.
it was like, then if he was the guy, you would call him in earlier than this.
Yeah, before you put that thing in there, like, hey, you think we should put a hybrid dinosaur in here? You think it's safe enough?
Yeah, and then how come none of the things had like, zoos always have those moats around it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the little protective. Yeah.
Yeah,
none of them
like
had
so, if you jump, you fall into a hole.
Yeah, it had to be a pretty big moat.
Yeah, some of those moats don't do anything. The big cats can make it over those moats.
Yeah, but they
Yeah,
don't.
like I said, you see how high a tiger can jump.
Yes.
Like, they can jump over them moats.
Okay, but even then, just because, put a moat.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Something even to slow it down.
Yeah, just something, or at least something to make it think twice.
Yeah, make it like, do I want to jump?
Yeah.
Please don't.
I get that this thing is very intelligent or whatever, but I'm still having thing like, how does it know it needs to control his body temperature to trick them to come in?
Yeah,
like,
that's
how does he
true.
know that they're, you know what I mean?
It would have to know that they're tracking his body temperature, and
Yeah.
there's no way it would know that.
Right, that's true.
All right, I complained about the control room, about how come.
Well, maybe that was part of his camouflage. Maybe it was kind of like an accident. Like it just.
Oh,
wanted
when it
to make
camouflage,
sure,
it also turned. I
Yeah.
mean, if you want to give them that, but I
possible.
mean, I don't think that's what they were thinking.
They
Okay.
probably weren't.
So one of the things they said is that, oh, he has an implant and it will shock it if it gets too close to the people or too far away from wherever he's supposed to be. Do they not have the ability to deliver the shock themselves?
Just press a button and do it. You should probably have the ability.
You
to
should
do
probably
that.
have that ability.
That should be with every tracker in any dinosaur. This should be a kill
Yeah.
tracker. Like we exploded or whatever.
Also, you know what I was thinking? There should be like safety doors around this entire park. Like
That you can just
if
go
an
into?
animal gets out,
You can just
Mhm.
close
it just
sections
closes
of it.
a section of the park.
Agreed.
Like that should be so. It should be like several walls throughout this entire park
Mhm.
that can be just locked down.
Agreed.
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 That would have been smart.
All right, so the boys are in the sphere and they're riding around, and then they close the ride because the animal's coming. But they's like, no, we're not going back. Okay, they're kids, they're stupid. Do you not have ability to autopilot this thing back to where
Yeah.
it needs to be?
Yeah.
I just feel like that's a good idea in general.
Yeah,
Yes.
like the controls will take over. It's going to bring you back.
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
fastest way that it can get you back here.
Exactly. Like, why would you people can free roam, but you have no control over what happens to this thing?
That's true.
Yeah, they can go off road, obviously. Like there's no shutdown. Like, oh, if you get too close to this, it's going to shut down and it's going to bring
there's
you back to
grocery
where you're
stores
supposed
that
to
won't
be.
let you take the carts out of the parking
Yeah,
lot,
right.
right? Like
The
I'm
wheel
pretty
to lock up.
sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you have the technology to do that.
Yeah.
To shut this thing down.
All right, so I'm going to complain about the babysitter just for a little bit. The boy's been missing for hours. She ain't called Claire or nothing. Claire called him like, "Where's it?" She's like, "Oh my god, they've been missing." I'm like, "You didn't call the aunt?" I mean, granted, Claire probably wouldn't have answered the phone or whatever, but still.
Probably. But yeah,
Yeah.
You definitely make the effort.
Yeah, but these boys has been missing for quite a while.
Especially since she's pretty much got the ability to find them,
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Just want to point that out. Like, if you lose someone's kid, you might want to tell them.
True. You might want to.
Yeah.
I have another nitpick. I don't know if they had a choice or not, but like, you don't bring the boys with you to hunt the Indominus Rex.
No, you don't.
You don't
No.
bring them with you.
No,
why?
you
Why
don't.
did you
Yeah.
think that was a good idea?
Yeah. Made no sense.
In the back of an open, like, they're not protected in there.
No.
Well, no, they didn't come.
She
with
was.
them.
She stayed behind, but she was still in the
She's still
area
too
with
close.
the. Yeah, she's still in the
should've left.
area.
Yeah.
Like, it's a dinosaur. You have to expand the perimeter to where this thing can get to.
Yeah.
Like, being 30, 40, 50 feet away, even a mile, is not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Put them up front with you.
Yeah, I was like, why were they?
Yeah, why are they in the back?
I didn't know. what
So
right.
we can have the scene with the raptors not chasing them.
Okay.
Okay. So Hopkins, that's Vincent D'Onofrio's character. They had the security team. They got all these weapons, but they're like, "But we're gonna use the raptors, though." I'm like, y'all got all these guns. Just shoot it. Like, why are we playing with these raptors?
Yeah, honestly, to track it, it was just so they can track it. Which I was like, but y'all been tracking it this entire time, even without the tracker. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
So
You didn't need it.
you didn't need the Raptors. You just he wanted to prove a point, which he was wrong about.
But it was
Very
dumb. I'm
wrong.
just like, you got all of this gear, all of these weapons. Just start shooting things. That's what you want to do anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, that's clearly what they wanted to do.
Yeah. Okay. So at the end, what was the guy in the control room? Larry or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He
something like that.
stays-
stayed behind.
He stayed behind. He had no
Yeah.
reason. I mean, he
Jake
was useful, but he had no reason to stay behind.
I kind of get it. I think you did need some. Like they're all leaving. I'm like, I think you need somebody in the control room because the situation isn't handled yet. You
Well,
need
there's a-
somebody in the control room.
That's a good point. But he didn't say that. He acted like I was just like, noble, I'm going to stay behind. But that's a good point. But
Yeah.
I don't think that was the point he was making.
Okay. Because I was like, why are they just dipping out? Like,
That is true. Someone still has to control the park.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just gave up, like, oh, we're all dead, so whatever.
so just let all the people in the park die.
Leave it for them.
That was the plan.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
They were more
Jeez.
worried about the company than the people. So,
Yeah.
That's true.
True.
And that's not surprising either.
yeah, not surprising at all.
All right. That was my last nitpick.
All right, we can rate it. I
Mhm.
give it a watch while folding close. Again, I think it's better than Jurassic Park 3. It's got its flaws, but I think as entertainment wise, I think it's better than Jurassic
I don't
Park
know.
3.
At this point, I think 3 might be better. I'm going to have to watch 3. It's been a long time since I've seen 3.
Yeah, no, like you said, it's some good scenes in 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like if you're going by like, oh, story stupid. I mean,
Oh,
it's
no.
story stupid.
Oh, if we're talking story stupid, no, this has a better stupid story.
Yeah.
The story in 3 is very dumb. Not denying that at all.
Yeah, story 3.
I just
stupid.
feel like the scenes in 3 is better.
Okay, I can give you that. I think the good scenes in 3 do top the scenes here. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Also, I do like, I keep forgetting. Sam Neill. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's his name. I like him as an actor. Like, cause like
Mhm.
the way he be looking, like, the stuff ain't there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like the way that he looks, it makes it seem like it's really there. I feel like
Yeah.
he's a really great actor, like in that aspect. So I liked him.
Yeah.
And dang it, what was that other dude's name?
And Malcolm.
I can't remember his. No, he
Jeff
wasn't. He
Goldblum?
wasn't in that one. Was he in 3?
You
No,
talking
no,
about
he
William
wasn't in 3.
H. Macy?
No,
Oh.
no, not
The
him.
father?
Yeah, no, definitely not him.
Oh, okay.
What other?
The Billy.
Oh, the guy. The reason why they were being chased?
Yeah, him.
That was Billy.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
the college kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. His character
okay.
was funny to me.
Yeah, because he stole the raptor eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. His
Them
character
raptors ate them.
Yes.
They would have eaten them.
Yeah, they definitely would have eaten them.
Like, oh, here's your eggs back. And it's like, okay,
All right, thanks. Appreciate that. All right.
Yeah, now you're
Yeah, they're not just gonna take the egg and bounce. Like there's no way.
I think you bring up a good point. I feel like in the recent trilogy, there's no connection with the characters.
Yeah.
And like even like in the other movies, it's like I hated Nick Van Owen in Lost World.
Mhm.
But there was a connection there. It's like I was like,
Oh
this
my
is all
God.
your fault.
Yeah, everything we talked about Lost World. That everything about that. Oh, it was just so stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, you figure like even like Eddie, like we had a short period of time with Eddie, but when Eddie dies, I'm like, oh man, he did not deserve that.
Right.
And I feel like in this trilogy, the recent trilogy, there's none of that.
No.
Well, the babysitting didn't deserve to
She
die, but she
didn't.
was just not
She just
important
wasn't
enough.
exactly.
To,
Bro, she was barely. I
She
didn't
was
even know what
barely
her
in the
face
movie.
looks like.
So
Yeah.
she didn't deserve to die. She got a gruesome death, but she wasn't in the movie long enough for me to be like, oh man, no, Zara.
that was her name?
Yeah, so you
Oh.
didn't even know her name. Her name was Zara.
I know she was British,
Yeah.
Yes.
but
This
that
is
was-
because
that's
she
about it.
said she was.
Yeah. So I feel like there's things about these movies like the loss of character connection, the loss of awe surrounding the dinosaurs and stuff. Even
Mhm.
with the characters, it's just like no one really cares. Even in when they try to force that narrative, like, but they're animals and we should care about them. I never really get the sense that anyone really truly cares about.
I mean,
these
they had that in
animals.
Jurassic Park 2, which I'm like, to an extent, yeah, I'm not going to be torturing an animal. Like in Jurassic Park 2, they were putting them in cages
Yeah.
and shocking them
Yeah,
and
they
stuff.
didn't
Like,
deserve
okay,
that.
they didn't need that. But,
Mm.
like, again, Nick, or
Exactly.
was it
Yeah,
Eddie?
you don't go
It was
release. It was Nick.
It
You
was
don't go
Nick.
releasing them.
Yeah,
all.
I was like, again, you, on the other hand, still no.
Yeah, it's like what those guys were doing was wrong.
Mhm.
You releasing them just made it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, made it a whole lot worse.
Yeah. Like that was not the time to be releasing animals from cages.
Or
Mhm.
saving
Or
the T-Rex
saving a T-Rex baby.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
And resetting his legs, like, hey, look,
You could do that, but don't bring it back to your camp.
Like right now,
Dog,
you
just don't
see
do that.
a hurt bear cub. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
be like,
no, I'm not gonna be like,
let's
oh.
save the bear cub. Nope,
no, the mother ain't gonna see it that way.
nope.
So
I'm not going anywhere near it.
Yeah, I'm like,
I
I'm
see a
good.
bear cub. I'm actually going the other direction.
Yeah, I'm like, nope.
And like, I obviously am in the wrong spot.
Yeah, the
I'm
mother
sorry,
can't
sir.
be too far away from here, so I'm gonna go ahead and go. That's a no go for me.
So, but what's your rating, Dan?
I'd give it. I'd pay for that because I remember going to theater to see it, and I
Yeah.
still would.
Okay, I pay for that. All right, all right. Didn't-
I did go to the theater. Does not mean I'll pay for that. It's gonna be watched by voting close for me. I mean, it's not an awful movie. It definitely downgrades as it goes on.
Oh yeah, the next two are definitely. I'm
Oh.
pretty
Yeah,
sure
I
I
wish
worked,
they-
I rated those pure torture.
Oh, for sure. They're bad
Probably, 'cause
movies.
It was just like a gathering of the billionaires to buy this clone raptor. I'm like, this is just getting so far away from Jurassic Park.
And then
Yeah.
the last movie with their egregious copying of the first movie.
Just so much. Just so much.
Yeah.
Just like seriously stop. Yeah, it's a watch. It's not an awful movie. I certainly don't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the first two.
Yeah, I don't go out of my way to watch Jurassic World. If I'm gonna watch a Jurassic Park movie, it's probably the first one.
For sure.
Yeah,
For
I do
sure.
dig the Lost World though, because I like when
The Lost World's just fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is fun. Like when the
Yeah.
T-Rex got back like to the city.
hmm
Like I do like that whole stretch of
Yeah, like if the Lost World was on and I'd be like, oh, I'll watch this.
I peep
Yeah,
that.
like wherever I hop in, I'll finish it.
Mm.
Yeah. For this one, I don't think I would do that for this movie.
You change the channel.
Yeah, I just be like, oh look, this is on next. Yeah, like I don't think I would sit down and like, oh, let me finish this. you
I
know?
mean, he's got a point. I mean, I'm probably not gonna go out of my way, or
Yeah.
I'll see what else is on first. And if there's nothing else on, then I'll
All
watch
right, well, I guess the Jurassic
Yeah,
World
you're
is
like,
on.
okay, I'll come back around to this.
it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so it'll be a watch for floating close.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I would say that's our rating. I think Derek had that rating too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he said
Couldn't
watch
make
my
it
phone
today.
close.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a watch while folding clothes from us. Do you like Jurassic World? Do you like the other two?
If you do, please stop following us.
Yeah, that's our thoughts on it. Why don't you tell us yours in the comments below? So make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel and comment below, and we will see you in the next one.